Honda's appearance at EICMA 2025 made it clear that the brand was entering a new era. Instead of relying on shock value or extreme performance numbers, Honda delivered something that felt more meaningful. In the middle of a show filled with oversized engines and increasingly complex electronics, Honda introduced a different kind of innovation, one that changes the riding experience itself. That moment came into focus when the 2026 CB750 Hornet and the 2026 XL750 Transalp stepped forward, both now equipped with Honda's new e-clutch system. It was subtle, but it instantly hinted at a bigger shift in Honda's direction. E-clutch isn't about turning motorcycles into automatic machines. It's about elevating the manual transmission without breaking what riders love about it. The system works alongside Throttle-by-Wire to deliver gear shifts that are smoother, quicker, and more intuitive, all while keeping the clutch lever available for anyone who still wants that traditional feel. It's an evolution, not a replacement, and it fits perfectly with Honda's reputation for designing technology that enhances the experience without overwhelming it. The CB750 Hornet feels the effect of this upgrade immediately. Already known as a light, agile street fighter with a strong power-to-weight ratio, the Hornet becomes even more responsive with e-clutch. Riding through city corners or accelerating onto a highway feels cleaner and more controlled. No need to manage clutch timing in traffic. No need to fight the bike to stay in its mid-range sweet spot. The Hornet now moves with a smoother rhythm, letting riders focus on the flow of the road rather than the mechanics behind it. Its sharp lines, dual LED headlight, and lightweight chassis all contribute to a bike that looks fast, feels fast, and now rides with even more confidence. The XL750 Transalp, meanwhile, brings its own story to the table. Built around the same 755 cubic centimeters parallel twin, the Transalp takes that engine and transforms it into a completely different experience. This is a bike designed for long distances, varied terrain, and riders who want a machine they can rely on anywhere. With long travel suspension, upright ergonomics, and a stable chassis, the Transalp was already a favorite among mid-size adventure fans. Adding e-clutch takes that capability even further. Slow-speed maneuvering becomes less tiring, climbing rough terrain feels smoother, and long days in the saddle become more manageable. The system removes effort without removing connection, making the bike feel more forgiving while still responsive. Even though they share an engine and now share e-clutch, the Hornet and Transalp remain distinctly separate personalities. The Hornet uses the technology to sharpen its street character. More agility, quicker shifts, and easier control in the constant start and stop rhythm of everyday riding. It becomes a sportier, more fluid urban machine. The Transalp uses the same system to expand its adventure comfort. Less fatigue, smoother transitions, and better low-speed stability. It becomes more capable on long journeys and off-road challenges. Two bikes, two purposes, one technology applied in completely different ways. Honda ties all of this together under what they call Honda DreamTech. It's not just a label for new features. It's a philosophy shaped by decades of engineering and countless hours of refinement. DreamTech is about creating systems that feel natural, intuitive, and useful in real-world riding. Technology that fades into the background so riders can focus on the experience. E-clutch is the first major piece of this direction, and its debut on the Hornet and Transalp shows how committed Honda is to making advanced features feel approachable rather than intimidating. What makes the 2026 lineup interesting isn't just the technology. It's the way Honda refuses to push these bikes away from what made them iconic. The Hornet still feels like a playful, lively street fighter built for excitement and agility. The Transalp still feels like a dependable adventure machine ready for long trips and unpredictable terrain. Their identities stay intact, but the riding experience becomes smoother and more refined. Choosing between the two ultimately depends on the kind of rider you are. If you want something that feels light, quick, and energetic, the Hornet makes city riding and weekend blasts feel effortless. If you prefer long-distance exploration, off-road capability, and a relaxed riding posture, the Transalp remains the obvious companion. Honda doesn't force riders toward one direction. They simply make both options better, more intuitive, and easier to enjoy. And that's what made Honda's presence at EICMA 2025 stand out. It wasn't about chasing extremes. It was about modernizing the core feeling of riding. The 2026 CB750 Hornet and XL750 Transalp proved that the future of manual motorcycles isn't about removing the clutch, but redefining how it works. Familiar machines stepping confidently into a new chapter, guided by a system designed to make every ride smoother, every shift cleaner, and every journey, short or long, more rewarding.